on passing your bylaws. And, it's an important milestone. And so congratulations. Let me also thank you for coming to your convention, for your commitment to Liberia. Many of you came from far and wide. We will also thank them. Is it Arlington or the Dallas or the Texas chapter? What is it?
Texas chapter.
Texas
Chapter for hosting this event, so thank you. And we'll say more about that this evening, thanking many other people for your contributions. But really thank you individually, collectively, for your commitment to our country, for your commitment to the ANC. Politics is the art of compromise. And sometimes we forget that. And it's, in fact, in life, generally, even when you think about your spouse or your friends, you never get it all your way. You always got to make trade-offs, you have to compromise. Politics is general, democracy is about majority rule. Sometimes the majority is not always right, by the way. Right? But majority rules. And again, as you work through the other documents, as you think about ANC Global going forward, keep those principles in mind. Flexibility, compromise, and the fact that majority rules. The other thing I also remind people is don't be the kind of person that you bring your football to the game, they choose you. There's no game. There's no game, believe. So sometimes your point of view may not prevail, but think about the bigger picture, right? The bigger organization, the goal, and again, compromise and trade-offs. And the last thing I like to think about it, there's a perennial debate always in countries, even in corporations, about decentralization versus centralization. And that discussion is happening here. That's not unusual, where regions and or states want as much autonomy as possible, and sometimes the people in the center want more control. Those debates happen all the time, and they will not end here today. There will always be those challenges, and we will adjust and make changes as you go along. And so don't think about whatever you agree here today as the end all be all into perpetuity. Some things you will agree to, you will try, most of it will probably work, some may not. You gotta come back and adjust and change. And you'll find this balance between decentralization. Even in Liberia, we have a unitary form of government. There's this debate, how much do you decentralize the counties, cities, et cetera. Those debates are perennial, and they will continue to happen. So again, keep that in mind as you go through. The only thing that should be a constant that is inviolate is whatever the law says. Whatever the law says, we honor FARA rules. Those cannot be compromised. But we need to be clear though what FARA allows and does not allow. That we shouldn't be guessing and debating. Okay. I don't know what the laws allow, don't allow, by the way, but somebody should know. And we should be emphatic and clear about that. Beyond what the law requires, there's flexibility. And this is where the compromises come into play, and how you guys decide how you want to organize ANC Global. But I'm excited about this organization. I like the energy that you all have for our country. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about this tonight, but Liberia is struggling. These are not my facts. If you look at all of the facts, all the economic indicators, all the human development indexes, they're all going backwards. And this is not political. These are just facts. And our people are feeling these facts. The way I measure, and I'm sure you measure that the same way, they demand for and request for help has grown exponentially. And this is real. People and we just gotta organize ourselves so our country can be as good as we are, as Liberians. It's also important that we believe in us. Sometimes I think we're just too hard on ourselves. And we always see the glass as half empty, right? And we always are real hard on ourselves. I'm not suggesting we should be honest with ourselves and our shortcomings, but there's a lot of good things about Liberians. Lots, and you represent that, right? And we should always try to see the glass as half full. That mental model encourages you to do things differently, to think about yourself and the country and our people differently. Our country has tremendous potential. Compared to many other countries in Africa, in the world, we got a lot of resources, right? And it's all about how we organize ourselves to leverage those resources for the benefit of all Liberians. It can't be for one group, versus another group. It's gonna benefit all of us. And these things we can do. These things we must do if we're gonna move our country forward. Our focus on government, in some ways we have to, because without the right leadership in government, the government is the biggest employer, all the authority relies on government. So we gotta, get the right government leadership. But the private sector needs to be the primary driver of growth in our country.
Yes.
The government is not a net job creator. That's the wrong mental model we have. And that mental model exists today. And for many of you in this room, I said to you today, I said it in Minnesota, if you are supporting the ANC, if you're supporting us for your chance to come and chop, this is wrong. Or your chance to come and be big shot, this is the wrong party. This is about work. This is about service. It's about service. You have to come prepared to work and to serve the people of Liberia. Yes, people will get government job because we need expertise, but you gotta come and do the work. It's not to come and lord over the Liberian people. That's not how we think about this transformation. And it is about fundamentally transforming our country. If we want Liberia to take its rightful place in the world, it will require hard work. It will not happen because we wish it, because we say it, because we're superficial about, it will require work and sacrifice. But we can do it. Our neighboring countries, they're not any smarter than you and I. They're not any better than you are. We can do it, right? It starts with leadership. It starts with leadership setting an example. You can't tell people to go to work on time, you go to work late. If you're the leader and you say, everybody will be by 8 o'clock, you go there at 10 o'clock, everybody will come at 9 o'clock. That's just a fact. You can't tell people not to steal, and you're stealing. People say, but who's stupid? Leadership matters.
It does.
Setting the example matters. But we can do these things, right? We can do these things. So anyway, look, I'm grateful, I'm happy to be here. It will take me more time to get here and get back than I'll spend here, but it's worth coming. From the time I left home on Friday, to the time I landed, it was almost 30 hours. Wow. I'll actually be on the ground 30 hours, and then take another 30 hours to get back. But it was important symbolically. People like Raz and Ya and others beat up on me, and it was like, you gotta come here, right? John Maulo, all of them was like, you cannot come, right? So we're here. And to be a good leader, you gotta also be prepared to follow and take advice and create the right environment. So, thank you very much. I'll go take a nap and I'll see you later tonight. Thank you. Thank you.